Well, daggum. Got the Mercedes in here. You see this giant puddle on the ground. Started looking into the braking issue. It felt like we didn't have power brakes. Camera wasn't rolling. I apologize for that, but the booster was full of brake fluid. The vacuum to the booster was solid. So therefore, that told us that we have a booster failure or seal for master cylinder 2 booster failure, and or both. So both units are off and they are going to our hydraulic guy. We can get a new master cylinder, so I'm not super worried about that. But the booster is proving much more difficult to get our hands on. So hopefully our hydraulic guy can rebuild it and we will be back up and running with some good, decent brakes.
One eternity later.
Well, hell, found a booster actually at a local junkyard. Didn't have any fluid in it. This dude was trying to put it in primer gray. We had him painted black. Here we go.
It wasn't primer, it was paint. It was machine gray, but
it looked like primer gray.
It did look like primer gray.
He was full sending and installing that. Like, look at this engine bay. It stood out like a sore thumb in here. Just a big old machine gray booster over there. Yeah.
It was clean.
I mean, it was clean. It wasn't rusty or anything, but still. Started to figure out why they threw in the towel on this. That brake line there on the bottom was stripped out, so we had to replace the whole brake line as well. By we, I mean him. Whoa. But she's getting some fluid. Hopefully we can get some brakes here in a sec. The old Sadie's diesel.
It did seem to roll fine. I definitely just tried to turn the brake motor, and I could not.
Are these one of those weird brake systems that fails to locked?
I don't know.
Weird. Well, she moved to the lift. Check this out. So we got disc brakes in the front where this caliper locked up. This got a new line because that was all stripped out. We're changing out the hoses, getting new pads for it. Gonna get these rotors turned, repack the bearings while we're in here. Look back here. We're checking the backs as well. It's got rear disc brakes and independent rear suspension in 1971. I see you, Mercedes. See you, Mercedes. Well, so we're gonna go ahead and knock out a little bit of this work here. These are weird. Looks like it's got plenty of pad life back here, but I don't know. We might swap them anyway. We'll see.
All right, working on this bends. I've never seen this before. I don't know how many people have. I don't know if anybody can even see it. Let me put some light on it. So instead of it having a normal nut, it has this clampable nut. It's really kind of weird, but so you have to loosen it with an Allen wrench. So you loosen this, and then you rotate it to spin it off. Pretty crazy, right?
Hey, she's got brakes now. Booster, master cylinder, new brake line, all new brake pads, front, rear.
Wait. But here's the most important part. It turns!
Hey.
This is how fat people push brakes when cars are on lifts.
Dirty hands too. Oh, listen to that.
Oh yeah, we gotta fix that. Oh, hey! I'm already impressed. Isn't that
Yeah,
sad?
Mercedes had some engineering going on
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Yeah, as much as I want to talk shit about imports, this thing is awesome.
Sweet, dude.
And this is the low. It's the low body.
A little montage there. I showed this, but we can't take it for a spin tonight because the rear sway bar links are just gone. So the bar's just kind of bouncing around back there. So we're gonna have to order those in the morning. We'll get those ordered up, slapped on, and then she's ready to drive.
Here's a little gift I got from Shane. I go to put the tire on, and there's something wrong with this picture. That little peg right there needs to go in that little hole right there.
Who makes a rotor that's not just the same all the time?
My side's put together right. Alright, the good news is the new sway bar links are in both sides. I'm gonna spray some brake cleaner on here, get that little bit of dirties off, and then put up the tire and woohoo, test drive time.
Woo! Here we go. Wheels on the ground. About to see how she performs. Well, here we made it. I don't know how I feel about the brakes though. We still got a brake light on. Says we're on E. Don't know if that's working.
Did you check the oil?
No.
A few moments later.
Alright, first test drive. Alright. Oh yeah, the brakes are way better. We have brakes. Of course, it doesn't appear to have a... Either we're out of gas or it doesn't have a gas gauge. Alright. I'm just gonna do a quick jaunt. Oh shit. Woo! Yo! Yeah. Alright. Marty's Ranger arrived. Just in the nick of time. Alright, we're gonna run down here. Oh, it shifted into second. Oop, shifted into, ooh. That was a hard, oh. Those shifts are hard. I don't know how long it's been since it's been driven, so it's hard to say. You just need to circulate some fluids, or I don't know a lot about Mercedes. The brakes definitely feel okay. Originally, when we first pulled out of the garage, it kind of sounded like the brakes were dragging, but that went away. So, ooh, look at that power. Ooh, 25. 30, uphill, it accelerates. Oh, that shift was way better. Worst thing for cars is to let them sit around and not be used. Kind of a little bump there into fourth. We'll get the tranny warmed up, get a little better perception of whether or not it's shifting well or not. But yeah, the brakes at least feel really good. That's awesome, because I was, you know, you buy a junkyard part, it's probably less than a 50-50 chance that a junkyard part from 1971 is going to work. So, yay! Alright, there's our shift. Wasn't awful. Oh, that one was better. Alright, third was better. Let's see how fourth does. Just picked up a bunch of speed. She's feeling peppy all of a sudden. Look at that. 45. Woohoo! Oh, girl. This is terrible. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, girl's going 50. heavy for this road, so we're gonna slow down. All right, well, I think we need to put some diesel in it before we get too rowdy. But it left the house and returned to the house under its own power. So I'm calling that test drive number 1